Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
Now, what are the risks of marrying a bar girl? Or why a relationship with a bar girl will not work? Why it will break off? Okay. Here are some of the reasons. See, number one is most of these girls who get into this business of being a bar girl, serving alcohol, and then, agreeing to have sex with men and showing their private parts and all that, and being a prostitute or whatever, is because they come from very poor families, very poor backgrounds, where the government doesn't support them, or where they don't have money, or the family doesn't support them, or they didn't have proper upbringing. Multiple factors, okay? And some of them actually do it because it's easy money, okay? Now, in almost all the cases, these people face unemployment. They don't have money, and they work on fields like this, not like this, like a field. They'll work for 8 hours, they'll work for 12 hours in the sun, and after 1 month of work, 1 month, like they might work 6 days a week, they earn $100 or $200. Okay, just keep that in mind. $100 or $200 for working in a field or farm in the hot sun, and that also the sand, you got to go like this. It's very tiresome. You got to bend and all that. But on the other hand, when you have sex with a tourist, with a foreigner, this $200 that you made in 1 month, you'll make it in maybe even 1 hour, maybe half an hour. Maybe he'll just tip you like that. There are actual situations, huh? So imagine if you came from a poor family, a poor country, a poor life, and here you have these guys who are coming to booze, drink, and they just throw money like this. Within one minute, you got $100 versus 1 month of working and you gain $100. Which one is better? That's the first point. So for them to leave that life is very hard because it's easy money. The second thing is this world of being a bar girl, okay? This world of being a bar girl, or girl who works in bars for alcohol and money and prostitution, whatever. They are exposed to alcohol, which is an addictive substance. They are exposed to cigarettes, which is an addictive substance. They are exposed to drugs. And then last and not the least, they are exposed to sex. And I'll tell you, all these substances, all these, including sex, they release chemicals in your body. And over time, you get so used to them, you become addicted to them. And this addiction does not leave your system. For example, try asking someone who's a smoker to give up smoking. See what happens to them. They literally, physical manifestation, their body shakes, or they get, their heart rate increases. It's a real thing. If it physically manifests itself, the side effects. Or try asking someone who drinks alcohol for ages and ages to stop. He will get sick. And some people even die if they stop alcohol suddenly. Ask someone who is addicted to sex. They can't sleep. They'll go mad. They'll go berserk. In fact, I have known some prostitutes who are like 60 years old or something. I've even spoken to them. I've chatted with them. I'm like, they tell me if they don't have sex for that day, they can't sleep. They go mad. They are ready to have sex for free, because, or they even pay money, do something to me because my body is addicted to it. So for those people who are into this line of work, this addiction remains, and that makes you a very unfavorable candidate for being a marriage partner. Okay. Number 3. See, keep in mind that these people, I'm not saying that they're evil, But now you have got accustomed to earning big money fast. And when you get money, you send it back to your family, to your mother, your father. You help them buy a house, a land, and this and that. Now, after you get married, do you think the husband is going to give that kind of money every single day, every single hour? You know, if you're a bar girl or if you're a prostitute, every day there is a thrill of the chase. There is a new customer. There's a potential that you can get a high flyer, a big roller, or someone who will give you big money. And then if you end up with 10 guys who are madly in love with you, who are ready to give money, 10 guaranteed customers, that kind of money, which man is ready to pay? Okay, tell me. And for them, sometimes it's just half an hour of work or 1 hour of work. And then the rest of the day, you don't have to do anything. So tell me, which one is more favorable? You know, and the next point is, see, when you're a bar girl, this might sound stupid to say, but you're actually an entrepreneur. You're like a business person. You're your own boss. You don't have to take shit from anyone. But when you're a housewife, you have one boss who you have to always listen to. And then, you know, as the relationship progresses, it loses its magic, its charm. And then the person can even shout at you and scream at you. And then you'll think like, why the fuck do I need to listen to this shit? Fuck you, you know. When I was earning my own money, I could say, I don't want to work. I'll take 1 week off. And, you know, then people don't want to take that kind of shit and they leave. In fact, I'll tell you one more thing. When a female works as a bar girl and she gets a new boyfriend, the new boyfriend will take her to big resorts, will take her for a holiday, will take her to swimming pool and parties and nightclubs and enjoying and treat her like a queen because new girlfriend. In a marriage, you think they're going to do this every day? You think they're going to do it every week? No, at some point, the guy will be like, no, now sit at home and do work. You know? So which one is better for the girl? And then I think another point people miss out is when they look at these girls and they see that they are petite and they are small and they look like small girls and, you know, with the small face, and you think, oh, innocent. You are so mistaken. That is the looks. I'll tell you, looks, and that also in females, are very dangerous. The person inside is something else. You know, that is why, you know, we always say looks can be very deceptive. See, when someone sees me, they think Mexican gangster, drug addict and evil and this and that. But are you aware of the fact that, you know, I told people I don't smoke, I don't drink, never had a single fight and all that. Now, that doesn't mean every guy who's tattooed is like me, reading books and all that. But how many people without tattoos who look very professional, prim, proper, who are educated, who do the most vile things? How many of these tourists who look perfectly normal, family people, they come for underage girls or they come for kinky sex or crazy stuff? Like they say, what happens in Thailand stays in Thailand, right? Or, you know, Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas. What happens in Dubai stays in Dubai. People have a dark side. And one, you know, I'll give one last point. This lifestyle that they have, no? At some point you become numb to it. What do I mean by that? I think the right word is sensitive, like sensitized. I can't get the pronunciation. Like, for example, if you and I were to see an autopsy of a human being, the first time we'll be like, oh my God, I can't see, because you're looking at a flesh and blood of someone. But for a doctor who has been doing an autopsy and cutting people every day, he will not feel anything. He'll not even puke. Like a gynecologist who has been for years and years, he will tell you lie down. He'll tell the female lie down. He'll open her vagina as if nothing. It's because he sees it every day. Even if it's rotten, even if stuff is oozing out, he'll just normal. But for a student who has never been a gynecologist and first time they'll be laughing. You know, my ex-girlfriend who went to be a doctor, They had these patients lying down in the hospital. This doctor went to each one. Their legs were like, knees were up. He was just lifting each one's, that hospital ward thing and showing their private. See, this one is in. And they were old people, and everyone was like, what? They were embarrassed. But this doctor is like, what is there? Look, this is the body part you'll be operating on. So, same thing with the prostitutes. Sex becomes so mechanical to them that they don't feel anything after some time. They really don't feel any emotions. Like when I have visited, those days when I visited a bar and with my friends, I went with them. This bar girl would come and she would rub her vagina, like, she'd rub her body on my legs, on my knee, and she would take my hand and just put it on her breast and let me feel it. And then if I wouldn't react or I wouldn't give her a big tip or something, then she'll go to another guy and she'll tell him to feel. And this girl looked so innocent, like a child. She'll go to another guy and that guy will feel and touch and this and finger her. Then she'll go to another guy. In fact, I have seen with my own eyes, on a given night, this one particular girl who looked so petite and innocent, she went and had sex with one guy sitting at a bar stool. She took him, they had sex and came back. She freshened up. Then next guy, she had sex, she took him, had sex and came back. Third, she was doing that with almost everyone. And in the end, my goodness, I think they all decided to have a group orgy with this girl. And the following day, she was normal. She didn't give a damn. In fact, she was coming to me, hey baby, you wanted, I love you, and hugging me. Fuck, I was like, man, this is a pit where everyone's cum is being put. I don't want. So they don't care. I've seen girls who are small, like, who work in this bar and this thing, they are exposed to this. And then they think this is normal behavior. They literally think this is normal behavior. They lose their ethics, their morals. Like, there is this famous statement. You can take a girl out of a bar, but you can't take a bar out of a girl. So, just like, say, you and me, we are adults today. I'm sure when we had our first kiss, when we had the sex for the first time, when a girl or a guy touched our hand the first time, our heart was beating. We were going nervous and we thought it was pure love and all that. But today, if a girl catches our hand or if we kiss someone or something, we don't, we are used to it. In the same way, these bar girls, just imagine, they are having sex sometimes every hour, sometimes 5 times an hour, 5 times a day, 6 times a day, with so many different men. Don't you think they will get numb to it? For them, it's like a mechanical thing. It's like brushing your teeth, combing your hair, or working in a farm. They see their body as, okay, he touched me, he paid me. That's it. It's a very different life, man. It's a very different form of thinking, and you cannot domesticate a wild animal. That also who has tasted blood. They say, no, you cannot domesticate, because one day that wild side will come out. And one last thing I'll tell you, These people who are in this industry, they're used to implants, they're used to makeup, they're used to staying in 5-star hotels, they're used to being pampered with expensive massage, they're used to easy money, luxury, with new admirers every year. I know some girls who have 10 phones, not 10 phones. This one particular girl had 4 phones, 4 different Facebook accounts with different names. You can't read their regional language. The boyfriend say, show me your Facebook and password so I know you're talking to me only. Little do these idiots know, this girl has 4 different profiles, 4 different phones, and when she's talking to you, she's using one phone. She's talking to another guy, another phone. So you might think, oh, see, she's loyal to me. I have a Facebook password. No, man. They're smarter than you. I've seen people come down for a holiday and then they're holding this girl and they are not aware she's a fucking bar girl. This girl will just show her friends that she's working as a, in one shop or something, and she'll parade him around and she'll show him, and this guy will think, oh, hardworking girl. And all these bar girls are giggling and laughing. He'll come here for 1 week, 2 weeks, and he'll go back to his country. And next boyfriend comes after some time. And obviously when they are busy in those 2 weeks, they'll tell their boyfriend, I'm going to my village to be with my mother, father. Man, they don't look at you as love. They look at you as, money, cash. Their actual love is somebody else. They are not in love with you. In fact, people never use their head. I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm stupid. In my country, nobody looks at my fucking face. Why will this such an attractive girl look at me? What, suddenly my personality, my intellect, my heart has become so good. They'll give you sweet talk, they'll make you melt. And, like I say, men, they have a head and they have a dick. Blood can go only to one, either the head or the dick. That's why men are considered dickheads, because their head is down there. When you enjoy an easy life, easy money, luxury, pleasure, why the fuck you want to take a responsibility and settle down and be locked to someone? I know of one girl here. She actually has a massive house, and she has people working for her. Different phones, different phones, each one has to operate, chat, social media, 10 different profiles of her only, 10 different boyfriends, 10 or 12 or whatever. And every month she gets good money. Let's say $1,000 per boyfriend per month. 12 boyfriends. Each boyfriend she meets once in a year. $12,000 in a third world country. Good money, right? And then on top of that, they'll give you bonus. And if she has an OnlyFans account or she has some... it's good money, man. So after enjoying such a easy life, who wants to take shit from one man? Tell me. One last thing before we conclude. One of my wife's relative, she was the servant of one big foreigner, big old fellow. After he died, well, obviously she was taking care of everything. After he died, his house, which was worth millions, his property, money, everything, he left it on her. She doesn't have to work for a single day in her life now. And she's not very beautiful, she's not very attractive. Imagine, just for 4-5 years of being loyal to this big fat old man, ugly looking, smelly, stinky with health issues. She got a house, big house with swimming pool and all that. She got all his money in the bank account. She got everything of his. That's better than getting a degree or an MBA or a lottery, right? So I hope this gave you a little bit of clarity about bar girls. Like I said, you can take a girl out of a bar. You cannot take a bar out of a girl. Yeah. Anyway, rest is up to you. You want to fall in love and get married? Go ahead. Just make sure the prenuptials are very strong. And yeah, make sure the person is in your territory, not you in her territory. Let me know if this video helped you and gave you some bits of wisdom. Put your comments down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.